What's going on, YouTube? So today I'm going to be talking about the evolution we're seeing in the UFC with ILIA Topuria and his ability to do all types of martial arts. So in the last video I did on him, I covered his amazing boxing ability, and I received some comments like he's a wrestler, he started off in wrestling, he's a great grappler, he has a black belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. I know all of this. The same way you all watch fights, I watch fights as well. I do research. But the point of that video was his boxing ability is not that of a Dustin Poirier or that of a Conor McGregor. This guy is very well polished. Like, he can go in and do boxing if he wanted to. Not saying he can do it and become world champ, but he is an amazing boxer. Yes, I do realize that his background started off in Greco-Roman wrestling. Then he started doing Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. So the point of all of this is the evolution in the fight game is showing that you need to be well balanced across all martial arts, and not only be balanced, but in his case, he's been doing martial arts for the large majority of his life. So he's not just exceptional at the wrestling, the Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, or the boxing. He's elite at all of those. That's what's going to make it very difficult for him to be beat. Oh, and also put the UFC on notice that ILIA Topuria has a brother who is amazing as well, and I will be covering that in another video that'll be coming out soon. I'm researching a lot of his fights, so I'm just very excited about seeing more boxing in the UFC from somebody at that champion level. Now, there are going to be fights where he gets touched. Yes, that happens. It's the fight game. Nobody fights a perfect fight without getting touched. The closest I've seen to that was Habib Nurmagomedov. Other than that, pretty much you're going to get touched. Even Habib got touched before, got hit with a good shot that was a nice clean shot, but we didn't see that often. With ILIA Topuria, his fighting style, he's very aggressive. So yes, he is going to be caught in exchanges, but I do not see anybody beating him in the current landscape. I would like to see a fight with him and Yair Rodriguez, but I still think Ilya pulls that one out by a knockout. And the reason for his success, okay, we know he's a great wrestler. We know that he is a great grappler, but all fights start off standing up in the UFC, and his boxing ability is amazing. So before you even try to wrestle him, grapple with him, you're going to be taking some hard shots. These aren't just, quick jabs. He's throwing with bad intentions. One of his favorite combinations he likes to throw is that 6-3-2. So he's coming up with that uppercut, then followed by the hook, then coming with the cross, and then he's cutting out at an angle. If you've boxed before, then you know how difficult it is to fight somebody that knows ring generalship, who knows how to use those angles, who knows how to exit out of exchanges. It's not just a matter of, oh, he can throw with a lot of power on his shots. No, he's controlling the distance. He's taking a certain amount of steps out, but he's still within range from landing on his opponent. So we're realizing the evolution of the fight game. And if you don't believe me, Kamaru Usman said it himself. In his prediction video, although Kamaru Usman did pick Volk to win, he said that he sparred with ILIA Topuria in the past, and he himself said ILIA Topuria can do everything. And the only reason Kamaru Usman picked Volk to win was because he had picked against Volk in the past, which once again he stated, and then he was like, every time Volk proves him wrong. So it was like people picked Volk to win, including myself, based on his legendary status. But ILIA Topuria is the perfect fighter. He can do everything. There is nothing he can't do. Like, nobody has been able to call out any weaknesses they see. I mean, obviously, fighters that may be facing him in the future are going to say, hey, I know how I will beat him. I got to see it to believe it. So Ilia Topuria is going to absolutely run the UFC. He is about to become the face of the UFC. He's charismatic. He's confident slash arrogant. So he's going to have people paying to see him win. He's going to have people paying to see him lose. So he's going to have all of the fans. And the fact that he has a brother, please be on the lookout for him, because I have a feeling that he is going to rise to the top as well. Like I said, I'm still doing research on the brother, but Ilia Topuria is about to show why boxing is such a great martial art. But again, it's also going to show why you should be balanced and be elite in everything, but that takes time. Now, if you spend the majority of your life training across different martial arts, it is possible to become elite in these things, but it does take time. So versus somebody just being identified as, oh, he's a very strong grappler. Well, if he doesn't have anything else, then somebody can exploit his weakness that's non-grappling. Same thing with a wrestler. If the guy is just a good wrestler, then he can be exploited as well, especially in the stand-up. Then if he's just a boxer, then the boxer can be exploited with either grappling or wrestling. But now we're looking at the complete fighter. All right, let me know down below who you would like to see Ilia Topuria face next. Also, let me know, who do you think can beat Ilia Topuria right now at this moment. All right, catch you on the next video.